Welcome, parent and family members, to Family Orientation 2020. My name is Carter Fenwick. I'm the Associate Director of Parent and Family Programs. This year looks different. Orientation looks different this year than it has in previous years, but we are doing our best to give you all the information and the resources that you need and that you would normally get at orientation in this presentation and in the Parent and Family Portal, including this presentation. This is the Navigating Uncharted Waters presentation. We've divided up into 3 portions, and this first one is Setting Sail.
Hi, I'm Valerie Kistler-Van Reed, Director of the Center for Counseling and Student Development. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Thorne. I am one of the Associate Deans in the Dean of Students office.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Stephen Gray, and I'm the Director for Disability Support Services, and I've been at East Carolina University for 27 years, and I've worked with college students every single day for the last 27 years. And I have to tell you, the people in this audience are the best looking group of parents I have seen in 27 years. This is a testament to the students that are coming our way. Thanks for the good genes. One of the things that we really want to do is we really want to get some excitement about orientation, because it really is going to be that. It's going to be exciting for your son or daughter to be here at East Carolina University, and we have references and staff members to welcome them with open arms within 6 feet, but welcome them to our campus. And one of the things that I love to do is I love to tell about this quote. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, "A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for." You have to understand that when your son or daughter comes here, they're going to be coming out of their harbor into our port. And that's what this orientation is about, the opportunity for them to explore new venues, to explore new global diversity issues that happen on every college campus in America. And they specifically happen here at East Carolina University. And I have been a parent. I have 3 sons. They have almost all graduated from college, so they're almost off my payroll. I know you understand what that means. But I want to tell you one thing, and parents, I want you to please repeat after me. Are you ready? We did.
We did.
The best.
The best.
We could.
We could.
Because you can't possibly do any more than you already have. You have already given them that spiritual, moral, financial stability for the last 17 or 18 years. And now you're opening them up to explore that with us at East Carolina University. So I want to talk a little bit, too, about parents. And I would do this if you were right in the audience, so I'm going to do it here. I want everyone to stand up. If you're at home, please stand up, because it's all about socialization. So please stand, okay? If this is your first student in college, your first one, sit down. Wow. There's a lot of people sitting down. This is your first student in college, you're sitting down. I want you to look at all the other people that are standing, okay? These are the people that already have been in your shoes. You people that are sitting right now, you are what we refer to as rookies. And understand that there are people that have already been there. And we have devised an orientation and a system set up for you to ask those questions of the people that have been in your shoes. The Pirate Parent Portal, which you are a part of, we know, will be able to ask those questions and ascertain what is important for you, or ask questions about that parent portal. So I'm going to turn it over to someone else that has more expertise than me about portals.
All right, so we also want to take some time to really think about where you are as a parent, emotionally, kind of mentally, how you're preparing for this, as well as your student. And so one of the things that we frequently ask our parents to do, and we're going to ask you to do here, close your eyes for a minute, and I want you to think of 2 words. The first word I want you to think of is, if you had to select one word to kind of embody or signify or, just capture how you're feeling right now, what would that one word be? And kind of think it to yourself, write it down, say it out loud, however you want to recognize it. But then on the next step, we want you to think about, what is the one word that you would choose to embody or signify or kind of represent where your student is right now. Now, if you're like many of the parents that we've talked to, those may be on opposite ends of the spectrum. We have many parents who will say, you know what, I'm anxious, I am nervous, I'm scared about letting my baby go. And we know that particularly this summer, there are a lot of unknowns. There are a lot of fears that people have about what this next step, what this next fall is going to look like. We also know that there are a lot of parents who say, you know what, my student is ready, I am ready, they are leaving the house, we are all prepared. If you would let me drop them off today in the middle of the summer, I would totally do it. And, and that's okay too. We know that, parenting and the way that we approach this next step is going to look very different for people depending on kind of where they're coming from. And all of those feelings, all of those emotions, totally normal. We want to validate them, normalize them as a part of this experience. We know in the same vein, your students are all over the place. Some of them may also be ready to leave. They are prepared. They are, packing their bags. They are talking to friends that they know are going to be at ECU. They are super excited and just pumped about kind of getting this next stage started in their life. And then there are going to be others that you notice become a little bit more clingy. Maybe they have a difficult time kind of motivating themselves to get ready. Maybe they're very uncertain. They're kind of feeling nervous or just really anxious about kind of what this next stage is going to look like. And that's okay too. So we want you to think about that. We want you to think about some of the conversations, the ways that you can acknowledge these emotions and feelings that are very much a part of this process. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like and how you can connect with some of the resources and some of the conversations you can have over the summer to prepare for this next stage.
All right, parents, who of you guys are helicopter parents? Those who monitor their students and swoop in to save the day, or maybe lawnmower parents or curling parents who kind of clear a path for their students. During this transition to college, saving the day or clearing that path for them is not the best for them to prepare for college and for this transition. It's not necessarily helping you either. So we know that this is a very challenging time. This is a very challenging transition with extra uncertainty and extra anxiety. So kind of helping you and helping your student make that transition is very important. Some of the ways that you can help your student through that transition is kind of starting to let go, kind of loosening your reins. So helping them, teach them to do their laundry, and then having them do it themselves over the summer. If you're waking them up for work, have them set their own alarm and wake themselves up. Show them how to budget, how to save for the school year, so that way they're not calling you in September saying they ran out of money. That's a great way to help your student, to help yourselves. This is a big transition for you, and you need to take care of yourselves, and you need to recognize that you may be feeling a sense of loss of your student, a sense of loss of maybe purpose. And it's important to talk about those feelings with your spouse, with your friends, with other family members. And it's really important to start thinking about how you get involved maybe at ECU, or how you can start spending that free time, starting some new hobbies. In the Office of Parent Family Programs, we like to help create umbrella parents, talking about getting involved. Umbrella parents are those who stand next to their student and they hold that umbrella over them. That way their student underneath your umbrella has the free hands to do the work for themselves, and you are holding that umbrella over them. We do this by providing you with resources and providing you with the information that you need to hold that umbrella. Getting involved is holding the umbrella. Some great ways of getting involved is by joining the Parent Family Portal. You've already done it. You've made your first step of getting involved in being that umbrella parent. This Parent and Family Portal is, yes, the hub of family orientation, and this is where you will find all of the information that you need to make this transition for you and for your student to get here safely in the fall. But this Parent and Family Portal is more than that. This is your hub of information for the spring semester, for your student's sophomore year, for your student's junior year, and beyond. This is going to be a very important resource for you for connecting to other resources and other areas on campus, not just our office, and also for connecting with other parents in different communities. Another great way of getting involved is following us on social media. You're on Facebook, we're on Facebook. We have an awesome Facebook Live series that we call Pirate Parents Live. We just bring other resources and other offices to campus. We have panels, we answer your questions live, we answer your submitted questions on various topics. We've talked about Greek life, we've talked about orientation. I hope you saw our orientation one, and about our parent portal, and we also talk about, how do you support your student and how they can finish strong at the end of the school year. Another way that you can get involved if you want to get even more involved, like volunteering, the great place to start that is with the Captain Society. And more information about all of this is on the portal.
All right, so as we go into this last section of information, we want to start talking about, again, things to look for and really acknowledging the unique student perspective that we have going on right now, especially this summer. We talk frequently about sort of the excitement of students graduating, of getting through the graduation parties and all the attention and focus. And even this year especially, I feel like our communities have really rallied around our class of 2020 and really thought about how can we celebrate these students and how can we make sure that they know that their families, their classmates, their schools appreciate them and what they've had to give up during all of the changes and the challenges that have come along with this. And so many of your students, even though this has been a very abnormal graduation season, many of your students are probably feeling a sense of accomplishment, a sense of closure. There may be some bittersweet feelings of kind of, not necessarily getting that full senior experience, but still wanting to look forward to the next step and going off to college. And that is so totally normal. We talk about these next few weeks leading into the fall semester and beyond as being very much a roller coaster experience for your students. One day they're on top of the world. They are, climbing up to the top of that big hill, and then the next day you can just see them hurtling down and really struggling with some feelings of fear of the unknown, uncertainty about what things are going to look like, not knowing how they're going to adapt. And again, we want to normalize this. We want to make sure that our students know that it's okay to have those up and down experiences and to be able to talk about them with their family members, with their friends, being able to really express what they're feeling and the challenges that come along with this transitional time. And so as we close out, Valerie and Stephen are going to help us out with some things to look for of what a student who is not quite ready for school may look like, as well as one who is prepared for college.
Okay, so first we'll talk about a student who might not be ready for college. So what we know is that they may struggle a little bit with even knowing why they're here. If you ask them, they say, well, I wasn't sure what else to do, or I'm doing what my friends are doing, instead of really having a direction and a purpose. So that might be a student who's not ready for college. Or they may struggle with some of the self-care activities that Carter mentioned earlier, having their own alarm set or doing their own laundry, those kinds of things. And finally, they may struggle a lot with decision-making. They may not feel confident in their own decision-making and may look to others, friends, family, to make those decisions for them. And so we know that when we talk about this section, a lot of family members say, oh my gosh, that sounds like my student. Well, the good news is we know that students can get ready. And so having these important conversations that we've been referencing over the summer is really important. Having direct communication with them about what your expectations are, but also letting them know that you'll be there to support them. Unfortunately, sometimes we hear about students who don't want to burden their families, and so they take on all of the problems and decision-making on their own and let things go too long before asking for help. So letting your student know that asking for help is part of being independent and part of being mature. So letting them know that you'll be there to back them up, kind of that umbrella thing that Carter was talking about earlier.
Thanks, Valerie. And I'm going to end on an up note a little bit because I'm going to ask you if your student is ready for college. That's what this is about, too. I'll go over a couple of different things, and I want you to think of your son or daughter in any way that you can, because we don't know them yet. We will. But are they responsible? Are they taking responsibility for who they are as a young adult? That's one of the things that we know a college student is ready because they're taking responsibility for their classes, for their friendships, for the clubs and organizations that they may be joining. So that is your son or daughter a responsible individual. Secondly are they independent? Are they taking it, doing it on their own? Are they, so that they don't feel that need for always that person egging them on and pushing them? Can they be that person? Now, we know that everyone is different. We get that. We understand that. But is your son or daughter independent and responsible? Thirdly is that, are they self-reliant? Can they do, and I'm really talking about the self, aren't I? It's all about the self. Your son or daughter, are they self-reliant? Can they do the things that you think that they know they can do? When we started this whole thing off, I said you did the best you could. Well, now the reality is that if you did the best you could, and when you did the best you could, your son or daughter is ready to be here. And the last thing I really want to talk about is a globalization, because East Carolina University, you're coming into an opportunity to learn about diversity, coming into an opportunity to learn about different cultures from all over the planet. We have people that live in India, that come from India here. We have people that live in Little Washington that come here, Greenville come here, Kinston come here, the mountains, New York City, everywhere. They're coming here, and your son or daughter is going to be part of that diversification of this college campus. Is your son or daughter aware, and are they going to be accepting of all of this? That is what a responsible individual is when they come to this campus. And we hope that your son or daughter is part of that, because when they leave here in 4 years, only 4 years, we're saying, then they will be global citizens of East Carolina University.
So we have gone over a lot. We've gone over some heavy information, but also really exciting information. So if you have any questions at all, you can put them in the comments section, and I will be monitoring them. Or if you're not comfortable with putting your questions there, this is our contact information. Reach out to us. We are here for you, we're here for your student, and we are here through this whole summer. So let us know what you need. And our second video, Navigating Uncharted Waters, the second part, Rough Seas, will be out in a couple of weeks, and we can't wait to see you then.
And just remember, a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.